Okay, so today we're going to be dealing with volume and surface area of pyramids. So this is page 339 of your student journal. And what I want you to do is I just want you to read through this exploration, okay, talking about pyramids and relating them to cylinders, okay, and then make sure you answer that last question there. Give yourselves about 4 or 5 minutes there to work on that if we need it. It looks like most of you are there as I was walking around. So if you have a pyramid, a pyramid and a prism that have the same height, and they both have a square base, the same square base. Okay, so in other words, they really have the same area on the bottom, and the height is the same. When the pyramid is filled with sand and poured into a prism, it'll take 3 of those pyramids to fill up that prism completely. Okay, so one of them will fill it up 1/3, the next one 2/3, and then 3/3. Use that formula or use that information to write the volume of a pyramid. So volume of a pyramid. What do you guys have? Saw a few of you had it. Cameron? Okay, so we take base times height, which is the volume of our prism, right? And then since it takes 3 of these, it's just, or one of those would fill up 1/3 of it is another way to think of it. It's 1/3 base times height. How many got that? How many said base times height divided by 3? Same thing, right? Okay, so another way of saying it is V equals base times height divided by 3. Okay, all right. Okay, so you have your sheet here. On this sheet, we can fill in another piece, surface area. Surface area is, volume is base times height, but now it's just 1/3 of it. That's for a pyramid. Now, I've given you guys a note card. That note card you can use on your quiz that's coming up. When is your quiz this week? Thursday. Your quiz this week is over surface area and volume. It's on Thursday. Okay? Anything else from the chapter is fair game as well, but it's pretty much going to be surface area and volume. Okay? It's on Thursday. I will try to put an extra credit problem on there that has to do with spheres, but we won't have spheres covered until after Christmas break. Okay? You're allowed to use this note card, front and back. You can use the edges if you can write that small and read that small. Okay? All 6 sides of the note card. All right? So, yeah. Use it on your quiz. Save it for your test. It has to be this note card. So if you come in and you have a different color note card, that's not going to work, man. It's got to be this color in this note card. And that's because we use different classes use different colors. Okay, so you need to use this and don't lose it. That's why I put the little hole in it. Yeah?
Can you make counterfeits of these?
No. All right. Good. You can't print things off and tape them on either. You have to handwrite your notes. Okay, so for those of you who can't read your own handwriting yet, that's bad, man. Okay? All right. So, any questions? So volume's not too tough there. So what I'd like you to do, go ahead and skip over page 340. Now these pages we skip, you can come back to on your own if you want. They're just ones we're not going to work on in class. Okay? But on page 341, 341 deals a little more with volume. It kind of lays it out a bit different. Well, they're actually not a bit different. It just gives you the formula, and it actually shows you an oblique. These ones that are kind of jetting off to the side, that's your oblique pyramid. Okay? Notice your height is always a right angle height. That's the key piece there. So it'd be like a little dude sitting on top up here, and he's like fishing, you know. He's holding a string over the top and has to go and hit the ground there. It's at a right angle. All right? That's dangerous. Don't do that. Okay, but I'm just saying. All right.
Because the fish could pull you off.
Yeah, that would be bad. All right. So, in your own words, write the meaning of each vocab term. Talk to your neighbor about how do you know it's a pyramid, and especially how do you know it's a pyramid and not a triangular prism. Those are the two that are usually confused. Okay? And then we'll talk about composite solid as a class. But talk about that pyramid versus triangular prism. All right. Here we go. Hey, notice here's a picture of a triangular prism. Okay, what's the difference between the prism, the triangular prism, and the, let's find the pyramid. The pyramid. Pyramid, prism. Maddie?
The pyramid meets at a point and has only one base.
Good. Pyramid has one base, meets at a point. A triangular prism has two bases, two triangles. Okay? All right. Very good. Has those faces on there. All right. Notice the faces on a triangular prism. They're rectangles. On a pyramid, they're triangles. Okay? Key pieces. I know that seems obvious sometimes, but it's a common mistake. Cameron?
The base counts one of the faces?
The base is called a base. Yeah. So you have the triangular face, or the triangular faces, and then the base is a square. Or is it a square in this one? Yeah, it's a square in this one. Okay? Other questions? All right, a composite solid. For those of you that don't know what a composite solid is, you've seen one. That's a composite solid. It's a solid made up of more than one polyhedron. Okay, so like, for instance, a house, a basic house, okay? You have a rectangular prism, or in this case, a square prism with a rectangular pyramid on top. Okay, that's a composite solid. It's a composition. It's made up of more than one piece, and we'll spend a lot of time on that, especially after Christmas, but you'll see some of those on assignments coming up. Okay? So one last piece. We have volume of a pyramid. I want us to get surface area of a pyramid. Surface area. Surface area, we need some other measurements here. So what I need you to do is, down here under notes, I want us to sketch our best triangular pyramid.
Oh, great.
Okay, so if you want to follow along with me, there's a point. There's a point. Now I'm sketching in pen. This is a brave move on my part. I hope you recognize how daring I'm being. It is. It's dangerous. I don't know if I deserve an award for being. It's almost reckless. Okay.
No, you did.
I know.
You should get one of those pens that have the erasers on them.
Yellow, right?
Yeah, those are really nice. But they would be really handy for a teacher that uses pens a lot.
I do. What are they?
The pen with an eraser, so you can actually erase.
Do they really erase?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just highlighted ones too.
They're really good.
Rectangular pyramid. Did I say triangular pyramid?
Yeah.
I meant rectangular pyramid. I'm sorry. And it's not because I made a mistake. I'm serious. It's supposed to be rectangular. It's actually going to be a regular pyramid, a regular rectangular pyramid, which makes it a square base.
That would suck for the people who weren't following you and actually did it themselves.
Check it out, man. Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm just going to admire for a minute. Thank you. That's pretty good. All right. So surface area. Surface area is equal to 1/2 the perimeter of our base times our slant height plus the area of the base. Now let's make sure we get these defined. Surface area of a pyramid. This is the perimeter of our base. This is our slant height. And this is the area of our base. Now, the one new term there is what? Slant height. Now, your slant height is actually this height that goes from the apex of our pyramid down one of the sides of the the pyramid and intersects the base at a right angle. It's like the slide. Okay, you're at the top and you slide down the pyramid, which if it's one of those pyramids in Egypt, that's hurting, dude. Okay? Yeah, you'd have to, do something that you're not going to get all scratched up. That I don't think they allow that anyway. I think they frown on that probably. If you're up there playing on the pyramids. Okay.
Oh,
Just saying.
So bad. If the kids is up there, someone pushing down the stairs.
Yeah, they might kick you out. Okay, there's our slant height.
This is so fun.
All right, everyone with me? Okay. Now, you can add that to your cool note page. There's our cool note page. We'll add it. Surface area is equal to, I guess technically it's LA plus B. Now, if that's true, if I just said it's LA plus B, what is LA? Good. 1/2 PL. Good. Okay. Yeah. 1/2 perimeter times slant height. So those of you that just want to put that in for LA right away, you can. That's fine. All right. I would start putting my note card together tonight. That way you're not rushing around tomorrow and Wednesday trying to. But you'll have time on Wednesday too. We have a review in here, so you'll have time. But okay. Questions? You may want to define L down here. L is slant height.
Why do we have one of these instead of starting out with just a note card? Write everything.
S looks like a 5 sometimes. What's that?
Why isn't it S?
S looks like a 5 sometimes.
Oh, why don't we just start with a note card instead of these?
Because you lose your note card, and this is for your notes to keep forever and ever.
Oh, you lose your note card?
You can. I've seen you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not you. All right.
I still have the green ones.
Okay, moving on. Let's try some of these. Let's go to page 342, please. Page 342. All right. On page 342, we are going to complete question number 2 and 3. Now, the problem with where we're at in this textbook is that we haven't done some of the measures that we need to in order to calculate some of these, so I've edited worksheets and stuff, and that's just part of the deal with piloting. But we can do number 2, and we can also complete number 3. We're going to complete both of those. We're going to calculate not only the volume, but we're going to calculate the surface area as well. Okay? So surface area and volume. So everyone on number 2, let's kind of work through that one. Okay? Surface area and volume. Give it a go. Work together. Okay. Hey, some of us are struggling. The things we need for all of our formulas, if we're doing surface area, for instance, surface area is the 1/2 PL, right? Plus what?
Base.
Plus base. Okay? So what we need to know P, we need to know L, and we need to know the area of the base. And in fact, when we're finding volume, we also need to know the height. Okay? So if I'm doing this, my perimeter should be easy to find. What is it?
24.
Yeah, 6 times 4, 24. Notice this little piece back here, that's supposed to be a vertice. Like that shows you it's a square base. 24. What's my slant height? Well, that's a little tougher. But you see you have this height back here. So if I kind of draw out, there's my height of 8. And then I have this, and then I have my slant height of L. What's this? That's 3. And that's a right triangle. Ooh. There's a pretty cool theorem that helps us out there. Okay?
Mine was a little easy.
Sometimes if we use that a square plus b square equals c square, that c square is actually L squared. And a and b, 64 plus 9, or 73. And take the root is equal to L. So L is root 73. Notice I didn't round it because I need the exact measure. Okay, so really all you're doing is finding this triangle right there. Oops. Maybe hit it. There we go. That right triangle. Okay, there's our slant height. What's the area of our base? 36. And the height of our pyramid? 8. So we got everything we need there. We do our 1/2 PL plus our B. Don't know why I rewrote it like that, but I have no idea why I wrote it. All right, I'll let you guys finish that up. Then also you should be calculating your volume over here. Olivia, what'd you get? Yeah. Yeah. 138.5. Anyone second that?
What?
138.5?
Yes,
Yeah? How many got that? Okay. All right. So making sure that making sure if you didn't get that, we compare our work. I'll be walking around here in a minute. What did we get for volume? Diamond?
6.
What's that? 16 exactly? I didn't get 16. I don't think. So did you get 36 times 8? Oh, okay. What'd you get?
Yeah, I got
96?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I think that's right. Okay, good job. Questions on it?
They're actually kind of fun to do
They're a hoot, man.
because once you have the equations and you kind of understand.
All right, I want you to try number 3. I'm going to be walking around. Make sure you ask if you need help, please. Okay, there are essential measurements, right? Bless you. .8 square yards.
I got 89.3. Wait.
94?
I got
Got 89.8?
I got 89.3.
89.3. Did you round anywhere?
Oh, I plugged in a square root 84 instead of square root 85.
That's what I did wrong.
So make sure you have a slant height of root 85. A squared plus b squared equals c squared here. Okay, that gives us that right triangle there again. So there's our L. So that's a 2, and that's a 9. All right.
I accidentally plugged in square root 84.
Let's see, volume, 1/3 base times height. All right, so 1/3, 16 by 9, or 3 times 16, or 48.
Yep.
Cubic yards. How many are having to throw this into your calculator? You guys know when you're multiplying three things like this and it's 1/3, what can you take 1/3 of? 16 or 9? 9. 1/3 of 9 is 3. 3 times 16 is 48. You should be able to get quick with your math, right? Rather than, I mean, I can do that in my head quicker than I can put it into a calculator. Hopefully you guys start challenging yourself a bit with that, right? Someone tell Logan that later. He's listening to country music back there. Okay. Yeah. All right. He's challenging his hearing right now. Having earbuds in while I'm teaching. Okay. All right. So your assignment, let me hand that out and get you guys going. Any questions on that? Word Cruz? All right. Everyone rate themselves. A good question came up. And just take me a second to address this. Find the surface area and volume of each regular pyramid. Regular means it has a square base, or it has a base that has all sides equal. In this case, we'll only be dealing with square bases, so this base is a square. Okay? Good question.